Well, hello everybody. Well, it's flock o'clock, but we're gonna have to do flock o'clock without the flock out because we are now fixing a really big hole in our fence. So if y'all remember the drama we had in April where we had a tornado come through and it knocked down a willow tree that was basically right where that pile of dirt is right now, and it knocked out our fence. Well, now we've got a fencing company and they're fixing our corner post and they're fixing our gate. So in the meantime, I have a big hole in my fence, which also means that the flock is all locked up. But I think we can still do flock o'clock. We're just gonna have to do it a little bit differently. So I'm gonna walk to my shed like I normally do. The chickens, they are very aware that I'm out here and they are very aware that I'm walking to my shed. I'm gonna get them their scratch treat and I'm gonna take it to them in their pens because I can't let them out. Otherwise, I think my chickens would terrorize the neighborhood. So far we have had no issues with predators coming back here with the gate being out of service. And we're just a couple days away from it actually, I think, being fixed. So I need a bucket. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get some corn. And I'm going to put it in a bucket over here, and we're just gonna go visit the flock, visit the pens, and just kind of give everybody a treat. The girls, they've been doing so good. They hate being locked up. Just about the only time I have my flock locked up like this is for bird flu scare. But this is not a bird flu scare that's locking them up. It's just basically for their own safety and to keep my chickens from bothering my neighbors, or basically keep them from leaving my property. I've had to, yeah. So we'll go see the flock. They're not at all thrilled, but yeah, we'll have to do this just a little bit differently today, won't we, ladies? Yes. Even though you're pinned up, we can still do scratch, can't we, Pantophobia? Yeah, hang on. I know, it's coming. It's coming. Pantophobia is very excited. So we're going to give a little scratch to these girls, if I can get their pen open. My goodness. I don't know why this is so hard. There we go. All right, ladies. There's some scratch. They'll come down here and eat it in just a second. I'm having a hard time with these latches today. There's everybody coming. There's Sec. We got Pantophobia. And the girls should be coming down here in just a minute. We got some scratch out here, ladies. Scratch. There we go. So this is the Silky crew. There we go. We're coming. I've got my boys over here. We're coming. I'm just gonna stick their scratch up here and through their pen. Come on, guys. Scratch time. They're freaking out. Oh, come on. My latches do not want to work. Okay. Now we're gonna go visit, let's go visit the Klucker first. Hi, ladies. Guess what? It's scratch time. Yes, even though you're pinned up, we're still gonna do scratch time. No, nobody comes out. Nobody comes out. Okay. You girls ready? Here we go. All right. And while they're back there getting the scratch, I'm gonna collect our eggs for today. Looks like we got 4. Thank you, girls. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the brick on the feeder for the night. in case we get rats or something, or just anything in our pen that can pop that trindle open. I always stick a brick there. Okay, girls, want a little bit more? You ready? Smog? Smog? Are you ready? Let's put some, here's some for Enigma. You ready, Smog? So it's just a bit different today than it's been normally. Sorry for all the bad videoing here. I think I need about 3 more hands. Yes. Hi, girls. Did you girls like some scratch? So this is the Polish coop. Hi there. Well, let me get you some corn. Let me gather some here. You girls ready? Yay! Yes, they get very excited. Okay. Let's get just a little bit more in here. Here we go. So I have had a couple questions on my my videos. And so the first question was, with a mixed flock like I have, do the roosters, so like, do the non-Polish roosters, no wait, I'm going to mess this up, and if I do, I really apologize. It was something along the lines of, do the non-Polish roosters mate with the Polish hens? I think I have that right. And the answer to that question is not successfully, because the Polish hens have a rooster that pretty much is the head of their flock team. And roosters are very protective about their hens. So a non-Polish rooster trying to mate with a non-Polish hen will basically cause a confrontation. And roosters typically like to avoid those type of confrontations. So the rooster that is in charge of a particular flock, like say Link over here. So I'm going to spin you around here. So let's go over here and talk about Link. So Link here is a silver lace Polish rooster. And we also have, I want to say, I forget his name, Gearhim, I think is the other rooster here, the white crested Polish rooster. So this is my Polish coop. I have 2 roosters in here. These 2 guys take care of these hens. So when these girls are in the yard, should another rooster try to mate with these hens, say Enigma over here in the Kuntry Klucker, Enigma would basically get his tail kicked. quite literally when I say that. So do I have any problems with the roosters from other coops mating with hens from other coops? Not really, because the boys pretty much keep that underneath control. Now occasionally I might have a rooster from another coop mate with a hen, and he can actually get away with it, but generally the roosters know which hen is on what rooster team, and they will generally not try to siphon off a hen from another coop, because that can usually end up in a confrontation. So these guys over here, so we're going to go back in here to the clucker. So over here, this is the clucker, and the roosters in here are Lestat, everybody knows Smog, and Enigma. So these ladies in here are basically on this rooster team. Smog and Enigma generally have a couple hens that are just theirs, and of course so does Lestat, and everybody knows which hen is on which belongs to which rooster. So Enigma would be very unwise to say mate with one of Smog's hens, and Smog would be very unwise to mate with one of Enigma's hens, because if they do that, then the other rooster is gonna come over and break up that date very quickly, and he's not going to do it nicely. And so roosters generally like to avoid confrontations, and they like to avoid potential injury. So I have lots of roosters, I have lots of hens. Do I have an issue with the roosters mating with other hens? Not really. Occasionally you might have a rooster get away with it, but for the most part, roosters pretty much divide up the yard into jurisdictions, and every rooster knows the boundary line, and they do their best not to cross it. So you might want to call it a gentleman's agreement of sorts. But yeah, that is basically the way that multiple roosters in a mixed flock will conduct their behavior. Another question I have is Polish hens, Polish chickens. The chickens that are not Polishes pecking at the Polish chickens' heads. At first, yes, if you have a mixed flock and you have Polishes in your flock, the Polishes, right here, my girls are beginning molt, so they look kind of terrible right now. But my Polish girls, I have 4 of them in here. Some of the non-Polish girls would at first pick on their crest simply because it's unique, it's different, but I don't have an issue with that anymore. It was only towards the beginning, because now everybody has kind of been around everybody so long that, you know, they've pretty much come to the decision that, you know, their crests are not as interesting as they were at first. So at first, yes, but it wasn't really bad. And generally, if one of the hens started picking at one of the Polishes, one of the roosters would normally come to their aid. So that's really not an issue either, but that's another question that I had. And my girls are looking very shabby right now. They're going into molt for the winter. So that is why they do not look their best. Or they go into their molt about this time of year. So okay, so let's go see some of the other girls. All right, girls, I'm going to go out. You girls stay in here. No. Nobody goes out. Nobody goes out. Trying very hard to keep my girls in on their property. So we're going to have our backyard like this for probably the remainder of this week. And we're hoping that next week this fence will be fixed, so that way I can let my girls out again. So flock o'clock's going to be a little bit different today. All right, I've got 4 eggs in here. Let's see what the silkies have done. See if the silkies have laid any eggs. Oh, yay! Okay, we got 2 eggs in here. So, ooh, I need about 3 hands. Anybody want to come over here and help me out? I need about 3 hands to do all this. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, I got that one locked. I'll put my eggs in here real quick. And now I'm gonna lock this back up before I forget. Ouch. This lock is sticking. Let's see. I think everybody's gotten a little bit of scratch. I've got 6 eggs today, which is pretty good. Oh, let's see. They've got scratch. Yeah, you can see, you know, we've got feathers all over the bottom of the pen here. Yeah, all my chickens are starting to go into molt now. So in a couple weeks here, it's going to look like everybody had a group sneeze and everybody lost their feathers. So, yeah, I'll do a post here on the molt here a little later. For those that are new and first experiencing this, it's a normal chicken. It's basically the normal for chicken's life cycle. It's how they recycle their feathers. So, okay. Yeah. So, everybody cross your fingers that we can have this gate fixed by next week, because, yeah, it's not fun for them, not fun for us to have everybody locked up. Kinda sucks. Yeah, doesn't it? Hey, girls. Hi. Yeah, I hardly ever have my chickens locked up like this. The last time I had to do like a complete lockdown like this was probably 2 years ago when we had that bird flu that was sweeping the nation. It's the last time I've had my ladies locked up like this, so this is definitely not something they're used to. Yeah, so they've been locked up for about a week now. We're crossing our fingers and our toes that we can get this done by next week, but you know, weather's always a factor. So far I haven't had anybody, I mean, I've had critters get back here, but nobody really bothered the chickens as far as I'm aware. Okay, so we've got our berry bushes in bloom. So here's our blueberry bushes. They're definitely putting on berries. And for those that are curious about the grapes, our grapes are just about ready to be picked. We've already picked quite a few of the grapes, and we still have more. I still need to come out here and pick grapes. So grapes, 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 and more grapes. What are you guys cutting down?
I'm cutting down.
Where? Where'd that come from?
Something that's been in my way with the mower for thousands of years.
Oh, all right. That's more for the brush pile burning, I suppose.
It was near the road.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. So the boys are out doing yard work. So here's some more of the grapes here. So these are the Concords. And then we have blackberries. Here's the Lakemont grapes. These are like your green grapes that you get from the store for like table grapes. Got a bunch of those everywhere. Let's see what else. What else is going on? Yeah, with the girls locked up, it's not as fun to be out here because it kind of sucks having them locked up. But you know, it's just part of life. And so here's some more of the Concords up here. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to come out here and I'm gonna have to start picking grape bunches. Yay! More of the grapes. So anyway, I'm sorry that this video isn't nearly as entertaining as some of my other ones, but hopefully next week we will have the fence back up, the gate reinstalled, and my girls can be out. So anyway, I thought I'd just drop on here and just kind of give you guys an update of what's going on, why I haven't been videoing very much, and also to answer some questions from my readers and followers. So as always, you guys know where to reach me. But I think as far as this video is concerned, there's not a whole lot more going on. So wish us luck, and hopefully we will see you guys next week for a proper Flockle Clock.